And we're very delighted to welcome Ashley Singh from San Francisco, who's joining us right from San Francisco, as a matter of fact. Welcome, Ashley. It's good to have you.
It's good to be here.
Now, you were a member of the James Greening-Valenzuela Violin Ensemble, and you performed at Carnegie Hall with three pieces, which we'll talk about in a moment. Have you been to New York before?
Only one time, which was last August. I really liked it actually.
What did you like about New York? Different than San Francisco, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. I think I really like the energy. Everything's very like hustle bustle, and like everyone like has a place to be. It's nice.
There's a lot of hustle bustle in New York. There's no question about it. But was that your first time at Carnegie Hall?
Yes, it was.
And what was it like performing in one of the most revered venues in the world?
It was great. I mean, I walked on stage and I was pretty nervous, but I think after like the first piece, everything chilled out, and I was like, wait, this is really fun. And then I got to enjoy the moment.
Do you know who conducted the opening concert at Carnegie Hall when it first opened in the 19th century?
No, who?
Tchaikovsky.
Oh, wow.
Isn't
Okay.
that something? So he stood right on the stage that, well, the larger stage downstairs. Now, how long have you been playing the violin, Ashley?
So since fourth grade, so that would be
Oh,
7 years now.
oh, really? And do you intend to keep going with the violin, or do you have other interests that might be a career?
I don't plan on being like a music major. I think I might do like engineering or something, but I definitely intend on keep playing violin. So I might join an orchestra when I get to college or something like that.
Yeah. And what are you working on any concertos at the moment?
Well, currently I'm working on the Mozart Violin Concerto number 3,
Mm-hmm.
and I really like the piece. I think it's really pretty. I just got started on it, so it's not that great, but
Oh, you'll get there.
thank you.
Now, the concert had some interesting music on it, quite varied. It was music by William Boyce, Jules Massenet, from an opera that I'm not familiar with, and this piece by Leroy Anderson. Which was your favorite piece? Do you remember which you liked the best?
I really like the Bugler's Holiday. It's a really fun piece. It's very like energetic. Like I think in general, I just prefer like faster pieces. So the Bugler's Holiday is definitely one of those.
Yeah. Have you ever heard the original piece?
Yeah, it's usually played on like trumpets, right? Like in
That's
the
right.
military. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a wonderful piece. It was premiered by the Boston Pops Orchestra under Arthur Fiedler in Boston. That's the Boston Symphony's summer orchestra that plays pop music, popular music, you might say. And it's a wonderful piece. So, but the other pieces were good too. The William Boyce, I believe he's a English composer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you must have liked that piece too. Very different than the,
I
uh, yeah,
It's definitely very different than, for example, the Elegy by Massenet. That one's like very slow, and everyone plays the same part. So yeah.
right, right. So, what are you looking forward to in the next few years? Not with your music, but just with your career. Do you have? You mentioned you'd like to be an engineer.
Yeah, I think I've always really had an interest in engineering, but I also love biology. So I'm thinking something in the realm of like biomedical engineering. That would be really
Ah,
fun. Yeah,
it'd be very challenging. It's a very exciting field now.
it would. But what's life without a challenge?
That's
So
right. Well, Ashley, it's been lovely speaking with you, and I'm looking forward to hearing these performances. It's a wonderful ensemble, and I congratulate you for keeping up the violin and taking the time to visit with us this morning.
thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Ashley.
All right. Bye.
And we're delighted to welcome Derek Zhang, who is a member of the James Greening Valenzuela Violin Ensemble from San Francisco. Derek, welcome.
Hello, glad to be
Yes.
here.
How long have you been playing the violin?
Uh, that's a little blurry, but I would say 7, 8 years.
Oh, wow. Very good. And how long have you been in the Greening Ensemble?
It was formed pretty recently, but it was. I think we started rehearsing maybe like a few months ago.
I see. And you're a violinist, and what sort of repertoire are you studying, or what sort of pieces do you like to play?
Um, I like playing concerto movements.
Yeah, like
Um,
which concertos?
I'm currently working on the Wieniawski number 2 in D
Oh, yeah,
major or
yeah,
D minor. Yeah.
right.
Um, That's a really good piece. I really like that.
And so you traveled all the way to New York with the James Greening-Valenzuela Violin Ensemble. Was that your first time in New York?
Yeah, it was really fun.
What did you think?
It's a really busy, bustling city.
And to think that you made your debut at Carnegie Hall,
Yeah, it's
one
really
of the
cool.
most storied venues in the whole world.
Yeah, I would really love to play there again. It's really nice.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about the concert. It's a violin ensemble, so it's all violins, and you played three pieces by William Boyce. Um, I believe he's an English composer.
I think so. I'm not sure.
Yeah. And then Jules Massenet, the elegy from one of his operas, and this arrangement of a piece by Leroy Anderson. What was your favorite piece on the program?
Uh, that I would say Bugler's Holiday. It was really fun. It's it's catchy. I would say it was, especially as like the last piece. It was like a good way to end it off. Yeah,
Yes, I'm very familiar with the piece, but only in the original form.
yeah.
Have you heard the original?
If I'm gonna be honest, no.
Yeah, look it up on YouTube. So it's a
Definitely.
wonderful piece. It was played premiered by the Boston Pops Orchestra in Boston. Leroy Anderson was affiliated with the Boston Pops, and he wrote most of his pieces for Arthur Fiedler, if you ever heard the name, and the Boston Pops. He's written many pieces, Anderson, including one piece called "The Typewriter,"
Ooh,
where
Leroy's awesome.
I remember the percussion section actually plays on the typewriter. So that's a wonderful piece. So you enjoyed New York, and what did you think of Carnegie Hall?
It's really shiny. It's like really glamorous. Never seen a white hall like that. Like usually all the halls I'm in is like really dark
Right.
and it's like more theater like. This one's like glamorous.
Well, no matter what happens in the rest of your life, you're going to be able to say, "I
Yeah,
played at Carnegie Hall,
yeah, I definitely will be saying that.
the same place that Jascha Heifetz played." And do you know who conducted the first concert that opened the hall?
I'm gonna take a guess. I don't know. Mozart,
No, not quite.
ah,
Tchaikovsky.
Tchaikovsky. Oh,
Yes, so there you go. Well, Derek, what are your future plans as a violinist?
um, future plans. I'll definitely be trying to play harder concertos and focusing more on technique.
Yeah.
Definitely, that's something I need to work on. But I really want to just play harder pieces and perform more. Get my skill up.
Do you think you'll make music a career, or do you have other interests?
Um, Music as a career, I haven't really. That's not really my priority. I have other interests, but I would definitely be playing that into college. Especially, I would be playing in college. It's like a good stress reliever sometimes.
Yeah, well, great. Well, good luck in whatever you do, and congratulations on making your debut at Carnegie Hall.
Thank you so much.
Take care, Derek.
Take care. Thank you.
Now, Haley, you are a seventh grader at the Stevenson School in Monterey, California, and you performed with the James Greening Violin Ensemble. So you're part of an ensemble that presented a concert for us. And the repertoire was quite interesting. It was music of William Boyce, the English composer, and then the elegy from an opera by Jules Massenet, and then a wonderful piece, a favorite of mine, called The Bugler's Holiday. So, what was it like performing in that violin ensemble?
It was a really great experience. Actually, I'm a ninth grader at the moment, so I'm a high school freshman. Um,
Ah,
it was great because we got to travel across the country. It was an experience that I really had not expected, but I really enjoyed going there. I thought we did really well, and I think it's an opportunity for musicians that every musician really looks forward to experiencing. So I'm really grateful to have been to New York and to perform at Carnegie Hall.
was that your first trip to New York?
I actually used to live in New York,
Oh,
but my family moved away when I was about 3 years old, so I didn't get much of an experience there. We've traveled to New York a couple of times, but that time was more memorable because of Carnegie Hall for sure.
That's right. And
Yeah.
how old were you when you started the violin?
I was in, I think it was at the beginning of my third grade school year. So I've been playing violin for over 6 years now.
I see. And what kind of repertoire do you play outside of the one with James Greening? What kind of sonatas and concertos are you working on?
Right now, I'm working on Summer by Vivaldi from the Four Seasons. And I just work on classical music. My teacher is Mr. James Greening, and he's a great teacher. And
Um,
I just work on whatever he recommends, to be honest.
I see. And now, of the three pieces, which was your favorite? The Boyce, the Massenet, or the Leroy Anderson? Did you have a
Um,
favorite?
I like the Bugler's Holiday the best because it was really fun. I think it's one of the easier pieces, but I think I really enjoyed the way that it all came together. I thought it sounded really nice.
Have you heard the original Bugler's Holiday?
I don't believe I have actually.
Yeah, it's a wonderful piece. You might listen to it. It was played. His music was played by the Boston Pops Orchestra here in Boston, where I am. He was sort of a house composer for the Boston Pops, Leroy Anderson,
Oh, that's
and
really cool.
yeah, he wrote a piece called "The Typewriter," which has someone doing this with the orchestra on an actual typewriter. So he's quite an interesting composer. Well, it's a wonderful experience, and we're very much looking forward to hearing it. I'm going to try to listen to it as soon as this interview is over, or as soon as I can find it online, and I'll look forward to seeing you on that video.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Haley. Thank you for giving us some time.
You too.
And we're delighted to welcome Giselle Wren from her home just outside San Francisco. Giselle, welcome. It's wonderful to have you on the program.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. Now, you performed with the James Greening-Valenzuela Violin Ensemble. When did you start playing the violin?
I started playing the violin in first grade, so
Oh,
almost 10 years ago.
my goodness. And you've been playing pretty consistently since then?
Yes.
Yeah. And what sort of pieces are you working on now?
I haven't really I'm not really working on any pieces currently since coming back from Carnegie Hall because of like kind of my school schedule and stuff. But with finals being over now, I'm really glad to be getting back into regular schedule working on like solo pieces and doing certifications here and there throughout the year.
What solo pieces are you working on?
So one of the solo pieces I'm working on, I'll actually be playing one of the pieces I play at Carnegie Hall as a solo piece for one of my certifications, which will be LG. And so yeah, I'm very excited to be working on that solely.
I see. Now, you talk about a certification. What are you trying to be certified as?
As a violinist, Mr. Greening mostly signs most of his students up to do like certifications. And so for what I've been doing, as a student, I've been doing the ASTICAP certification where we just play where we play a couple pieces, we play scales and stuff I think a private judge where they just kind of give us scores and stuff. We can get a certificate through that.
I see. Terrific. Now, you've played at Carnegie. This was not your first time in New York, but your first time at Carnegie.
Correct.
And apparently, you've heard of Carnegie Hall before.
Yes.
Yes, right. It's one of the world's most famous music venues.
Mm-hmm.
And there you were. So, what grade are you in?
I'm currently a junior, so I'm in 11th grade.
I see. Do you have any idea where you'll be going after for college?
Not really. I've just kind of I've started looking around colleges like around the country. I'm planning on looking at bigger and smaller colleges here and there. Although I didn't get the chance to really look at any colleges in New York for Carnegie Hall. I did pass by a couple colleges that I did some research on coming back. And yeah.
I see. Now let's talk a little bit about the concert. It was three pieces: the William Boyce, the Jules Massenet, and the Leroy Anderson. Which was your favorite piece?
Oh, my favorite piece was definitely the overture. Yeah, that one I think it's very upbeat, and I don't know, I just feel like that piece was very brought out like everybody's like skills in terms of like as a violinist. I think just playing with like the entire ensemble was very nice.
Oh, that's terrific. And then there's the Bugler's Holiday. A lot of people like that piece.
Yes.
Yeah, that's originally for trumpet. I think three trumpets.
Yes.
Yeah, great. So, do you think you'll keep music as part of your career, or do you have other interests?
I definitely have other interests, like in terms of like, like career wise and like like majors for college. Music has turned into like kind of like my hobby more or less, like something that I do to kind of like escape, like schoolwork and stuff. Um, I think for me personally, with my connection to music, I feel like I've kind of found an appreciation for it like in recent years, being given so much opportunities like from my teachers and like not just playing with like the ensemble from like Mr. Greening, but also like playing at school and stuff as well.
Terrific. Well, we wish you the very best with whatever you decide to do. And I know the violin playing will be part of your life. That's very exciting. And we hope 2025 is very exciting for you.
Thank you. You too.
Take care. Oh, one other thing. Um, it's an unusual spelling of your name, Jazz, Jazelle.
hmm
Is there any significance to that? Are your parents jazz fans?
No, my parents actually didn't give me this name. It was
Oh,
my aunt, and so I don't actually know why she gave me that name, but yeah, I know it's a pretty interesting spelling for sure.
do you like jazz?
Yeah, I do actually listen to jazz music a lot.
Well, you really should. With a name like that, you have to listen to jazz.
Yeah,
Okay, Jazdell, thank you very much and good luck.
thank you.
You're a violinist in the James Greening-Valenzuela Violin Ensemble. So, how did you get into that?
I've been a student of James Greening for around like 4 years, and I actually this was my last concert I'm going to perform at. I'm actually sadly stopping violin um, because of my time commitments to other activities. But it was an amazing experience, and I'm so happy to be part of it. So,
Right. The concert was interesting. It had music of William Boyce, Jules Massenet, and Leroy Anderson. What was your favorite
to
piece?
be honest, I don't really have a favorite.
Yeah. And how long did you guys rehearse for this concert?
Um, I personally came a bit after my group, but um, I think I spent around 4 months or so just prepping, but the rest of my group spent longer. So
Just on these three pieces?
yeah,
Wow, that's a lot of preparation. But of course, it's Carnegie Hall. So
yeah,
now you said you're going to be leaving the violin.
yeah. Unfortunately, this is probably my last time playing at a big concert, but I'm still going to like at my school. Of course, I could play for fun. Like I performed solo pieces in like school assemblies and that sort of thing. But I'm not going to like stay in the orchestra, unfortunately.
Okay,
I'm
well,
just yeah.
no matter what you do, you'll always be able to say, I played at Carnegie Hall, right?
Yep.
And what sort of pieces are you playing, or have you been playing? Have you been playing any concertos?
I played. Yeah, I was doing a bit of Handel's. Um, I did
Yeah.
before I got here. I did. I mean, we the Bugler Holiday was like the main thing that we did as a group.
Yeah, it's a fun piece.
But yeah.
I recommend you listen to the original piece. You can find it on YouTube, Bugler's Holiday. It's a wonderful piece. And this was an arrangement, obviously, for violins. And what are your other interests that you're giving up the violin for?
Um, my main activity is soccer, actually. So
Oh, I see. Uh-huh.
I'm a really big soccer player. So
I
I'm
see. Well,
hoping to play soccer in college. But if not, I could always go back to violin. And it's not like I'm giving violin up forever. Like I'm
Right. You
still
just
going to play it for fun, but it's just not going to be like at that same level
right.
of like
Commitment.
seriousness,
Yeah.
commitment, and
Right.
yeah.
Well, good luck with your the rest of your violin career, but also your soccer career, your academic career, and keep it on.
Thank you.
Good talking with you, Logan. Hang in there. And we're delighted to welcome Vintine Onrick to our program, who's joining us from Mountain House, California. Vintine, it's great to see you.
Great to see you too.
So you performed on the November 24th program with the James Greening-Valenzuela Violin Ensemble. How long have you been in the ensemble?
I was in the ensemble for about a few months.
A few
Uh,
months.
yes.
I see. And was this your first trip to New York?
No, it was actually my second.
Your second. And what
Yes.
was the first trip?
It was for this as well.
It was at Carnegie?
Yes.
So you're a veteran performer at Carnegie Hall.
Yes.
I see. And so you performed with the ensemble. They played three pieces, is that right? The William Boyce, Jules Massenet, and the Leroy Anderson. And you performed in all three.
Yes.
And when did you start playing the violin?
I started around 10 years ago, I believe. I'm 17.
17. So you started pretty young. And
Yeah.
do you intend to make violin a part of your career, or do you just do it for fun as a hobby?
Um, I tend to do it for fun as a hobby, but yeah, I'm after high school, I would like to um pursue it a little, like as a minor or something.
Oh yeah, terrific. Well, you have a ways to go before you. What grade are you in?
I'm a senior in high school.
You're a senior. Have you applied to colleges yet?
Hey, yes, I have.
Which ones?
A few in states and a few out of states.
I see. Anyone out of state that I might recognize?
Well, there's Carnegie Mellon University.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Uh, I guess the
So,
list goes on. Yeah.
yeah, Carnegie Mellon is known for their technology, right?
Yes.
Are you interested in tech, in programming?
Yeah, I'm very interested in that.
Oh, do you do some programming on your own?
Yes, I do.
Oh, what languages do you program in?
I program in Python, Java, C++. It depends
Oh,
on what application you're doing.
oh my goodness. Well, we spoke to another young lady who is also planning to go to Carnegie Mellon, and we'll have a minor in music, and we'll continue her dream to become a software engineer.
Sounds great.
My daughter is a software engineer.
Oh,
Yeah, she works for a little company called Google. You may have heard of it.
just a little, I guess.
Yeah. So the pieces you played were the Boyce, the Massenet, and the Anderson. But of all the young people that I've interviewed who performed in the Greening Valenzuela, you're the only one who also played a solo.
Yeah.
So you played a piece by Manuel de Falla. How did it come about that you were singled out to play on the program?
It was just a decision I made with Mr. Greening. And yeah.
I see. And tell us a little bit about that piece. It's from the Danza Español from La Vida Breve by Manuel de Falla, arranged by Fritz Kreisler. How did that come about?
Yeah, so it's a piece that's originally intended for the guitar.
Oh,
And Chrysler, I think, just uh he made it for the violin as well, like another version for the violin, and that's
hmm
the one I played.
uh-huh. And did you choose that piece, or did Maestro James Greening Venezuela encourage you?
I somewhere in the middle, I think I talked about that piece and he just said, "Yeah, that works." So I
Oh,
just started
good.
working on it. Yeah.
Were you nervous to go out on the stage all by yourself with the pianist?
A little since it's Carnegie Hall,
That's right.
so yeah.
But you did pretty well with it. Well, that's exciting that you played in the ensemble, but you also played a solo, the Manuel de Falla. We're looking forward to hearing that. So, anything else you'd like to add? Are there any questions that I didn't ask that you might want to talk about?
No other questions.
Covered all the ground, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Ventine, very nice talking with you, and I hope you have a wonderful 2025 and a happy new year.
Thank you. Happy New
Okay.
Year.
See ya.
Bye.